Welcome to Music City Gospel Review, the voice he hears. I'm your host, and my name is ReNay Lee. Thank you for tuning in again. We're so delighted to be in your home, and we've got some great gospel singers, and they are chomping at the bit to sing for you. And let me tell you who they are. We've got Calvary's Blend from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Then from Summerville, Alabama, a young lady named Taylor McLain. And last but not least, we have a duo, Abby Craven and Kyleigh from Jacksonville, Florida. So without further ado, let's go to our first act, Calvary's Blend.
But I can't help when I hear washed in the blood to get happy at what my Savior's done. So I'm determined and I've made up my mind. I'm gonna live like He's alive. I'm gonna
live like He's alive.
I'm gonna shout
while there's still time. I wanna get back to the old time way when we go to church.
It's no wonder that our world today will not listen to what we have to say when they see us with our heads bowed low and we walk the line and don't know which way to go. But I want them to see Christ is He living daily. It's His victory, so let's stand up, oh, and let's lift Him high and live like He's alive.
While there's still time, I want to get back to the old time way when we go to church and we say all day I want to feel again that Holy Ghost fire falls on us in resurrection power. No more living like our God has done. I'm gonna live like He's alive.
I'm gonna
Live like He's alive.
I'm gonna
Shout while there's still time. I want to get back to the old time way when we go to church and we say all day I want to feel again that Holy Ghost fire fall upon us in resurrection power. No more living like our God has done. I'm gonna live like He's alive. No more living like our God has done. I'm gonna live like He's alive. Live like He's alive.
Oh my goodness, Calvary's Blend. That was awesome. I didn't want to interrupt that ending. You were really holding it out. Great. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And let's get your mic up in there, and I'm going to let you introduce the two of you to our audience out there.
Okay, my name's Brian Gibson, and this is Cindy Jones, and we are Calvary's Blend from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
And what a great job you do. Now, your harmonies are like family, but you're best of friends. And tell the audience how long you've been singing and how you come about to get started together.
Okay, well, we've been singing, normally she won't let me say how long, but we've been singing about 25 years together, off and on, best friends from high school. But now we've just recently became Calvary's Blend in the last 2 years.
Okay. Did you have a name before? You just use your first names? Or?
Just Brian and Cindy.
Now, you've sang at all types of events. What did you do? You said you started out in high school. Was it a choral group or church or?
We've sung in our church for banquets,
homecomings, graduations, funerals, weddings. We've and at school for competitions too.
Okay. Now, who were some of your early influences when you first started out?
Airline.
I've always been a fan of just Southern gospel music and particularly some of the quartet music. I guess that's why I've always liked harmony, good harmony.
Yes.
Gold City, Inspirations, Kingsman.
How about you, Sandy?
I like Airline and the Duvals.
Okay. I thought you were going to pull out a Journey or something from high school because, you know, when you sing in high school, sometimes you have influences that are secular, and that's okay.
Well, I've got to say, in high school, our biggest influences were probably Sandy Patty and Larnell Harris.
Well, that's good.
We love them as a duet.
Sandy Patty, that's awesome.
But we went to a Christian school, so
Okay. Okay, that's great. Now, tell me some of the places that you've performed recently or that you have coming up. What are some name droppers? I know you do weddings, but you do fairs and festivals and some larger venues.
We do fairs and festivals, churches. We've got.
She said flea markets. So
We did. We sung on the side of the road at a flea market one time.
that there's nothing wrong with that too. Well, now you're singing to Nashville, Tennessee, and parts of the country. We're going out online through the internet. But you guys do a great job, and I'm so excited that you are here with us. And you recently were awarded with the North American Country Music Association.
International, right? We won the Duo of the Year for the second year in a row in the New Gospel Division.
I can see why. You have amazing harmonies, and you're going to perform another song for us now. What are you going to sing?
I think we're going to do It's Done.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Calvary's Blend.
They could not understand him, and they were not sure of why. But they took a man called Jesus, and they sentenced him to die. A world of hurt was on him when they nailed him to that tree. But all this suffering ended with these words of sweet relief. It's done, it is finished, it is through. I have done just exactly what I came down here to do. This is the end of one thing, but the start of something new. It's done, it is finished, it is through. Was a heated celebration like hell had never known. Death had its hold on Jesus. They seen Joseph roll the stone. But I guess he cooled off quite a bit when he came down for the keys and said the party's over. Death ain't got a hold on me. It's done, it is finished, it is through. I have done just exactly what I came down here to do. This is the end of one thing, but the start of something new. It's done, it is finished, it is through. I went down to the altar, lonely sinner man, without a thing to offer but my heart and willing hands. Right there the Savior met me, cleansed me of my sins, and as my tears came streaming down, he said these words again. It's done, it is finished, it is through. I have done just exactly what I came down here to do. This is the end of one thing, but the start of something new. It's done, it is finished, it is through. This is the end of one thing, but the start of something new. It's done, it is finished, it is through.
Now make welcome Taylor McLain singing Life's Railway to Heaven.
Life is like a mountain railroad with an engine
wonderful job there. Thank you so much for joining us today. Ladies and gentlemen, they're going to want to know how old you are. You're young. How old are you?
15.
And you're from where again?
Somerville, Alabama.
Now, are you in what grade in school?
I'm in 9th and I'm homeschooled.
That's great. And let me tell you, she does a lot of singing. With your schedule, I'm sure that you have to homeschool because you tour all over. Let's tell the viewers a little bit about what you do. Some of the places that you've sang recently, besides the Alabama Opry, are the Kentucky Opry, but tell them about the Alabama Opry and what you do.
The Alabama Opry, it's sort of like our own little version of the Grand Ole Opry. And we have Patsy Cline, Crystal Gale. We have artists that sing Loretta, like all those artists that sing the Patsy and the Crystal and Loretta. And it's just a big variety, a lot of performers.
Variety show. Now, you're singing Patsy Cline gospel today for us, and you do the Patsy Cline there. I often describe her voice. It's so rich, it's like dark chocolate, and I love dark chocolate, so I'm a big fan of yours.
Thank you.
And all of our guests today happen to have recently performed at the North American Country Music Association Awards, getting a lot of plugs for them today. And you were awarded what there?
Traditional Vocalist and Entertainer of the Year.
In her age group, and that is a big kudos for you. Now, what do you do in your spare time? 15 years old, and you're singing and singing and singing. Besides singing, what are your interests?
Well, I like to read. I like to draw. I like to hang out with my voice coach. He's one of my best friends, and I have friends that we just get together. We talk on Facebook. Just the typical 15-year-old girl
Yes,
stuff.
that's good. And it's so important to have a balanced life when you're pursuing a career in music. Tell the viewers how to get in touch with you should they want to come and see you perform or invite you to come perform for them. Do you have an email or a website?
I have a MySpace,
Okay.
and that is Taylor Mac or Taylor Sings. Just
Okay.
put in Taylor McLain, and it should pull me up.
Okay, great. And all of the artists today, let me say this, can be found on our website. We can give you a link to them. You can send us an email. It's www.mcgospelreview.com. Send us an email, and we'll hook you up with the artist. What are you going to sing next?
Next is a Patsy Cline gospel, and this is Dear God.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Taylor McLain.
Thank you. I go to church on Sunday, the vows that I made, I break them on Monday. The rest of the week I do as I please. Then come Sunday morning, I pray on my knees. Dear God, I know I'm not worthy, but I need you so. Please, won't you hurry and help me turn back from the path I have trod? You'll never be sorry, dear God.
Now we have our youth duo, Abby Craven and Kyleigh Hill, and they feel a little song coming on.
Locked in prison, I've been bound up tight. Trouble and change trying to stop my fight. Ain't nobody gonna go my bail. Old devil's jailers right outside my cell. I'm not silenced, I'll never be called. They found the only way to shake those walls. Didn't make a break in that midnight hour. They saw the house done with that Holy Ghost power. I feel song coming on. Ain't no bars gonna hold me long. Gonna keep on singing till they're gone. These old walls are not that strong. I feel song coming on. I feel song coming on. Ain't no bars gonna hold me long. Gonna keep on singing till they're gone. These old walls are not that strong. I feel song coming on. Circumstances got you doing time. Hold your peace until 11:59. Just clear your throat so you can do your thing. Straight up midnight, make those rattles ring. Can't be somber, don't ever be soft. Go right on and sing the book right on. There's no escape, so the devil says. But he's not God and this ain't out the trend. No, I feel song coming on. Ain't no bars gonna hold me long. Gotta keep on singing till they're gone. These old walls are not that strong. I feel song coming on. I feel song coming on. Ain't no bars gonna hold me long. Gonna keep on singing till they're gone. These old walls are not that strong. I feel song coming on. Hey, yeah. Gonna let a little power off these doors. Rumble and roll underneath these doors. Stage till I pray that jailer through. Sing it out of these prison blues. I feel song coming on. Ain't no bars gonna hold me long. Gonna keep on singing till they're gone. These old walls are not that strong. I feel song coming on. I feel song coming on. Ain't no bars gonna hold me long. Gonna keep on singing till they're gone. These old walls are not that strong. I feel song coming on. Hey, yeah. Gonna keep on singing till they're gone. These old walls are not that strong. I feel song coming on, on, on.
Great job, girls. Great job. Now, I wanted to get in there and start singing harmony with you. I felt that song coming on. I'm going to let each one of you introduce yourself and tell your age and what grade you're in school so the audience can get familiar with you. You're not twins. You go first.
I'm Kyleigh Hill. I'm 15 years old, and I live in Jacksonville, Florida. And I go to Douglas Anderson School of the Arts, and I'm in 10th grade.
Okay. Abby?
I'm Abby Craven. I'm 13 years old, and I also live in Jacksonville, Florida, and I'm in 8th grade.
Okay, and I'm going to let you tell them the relationship between the two of you. You're not twins. You're not sisters.
She's my aunt.
I love it. I love it. But you're dressed alike, and they even have matching cowgirl boots. Love them. I saw the boots earlier, and I said, I want those. Now, you've been performing since you were how old?
Since, well, she
As a
was
duet.
6, and I was 7.
Did you remember your first song? We were talking about that before the show began.
I'm pretty sure our first song was called Stop, Look, and Listen. It was
Okay.
one of those old, like, kid songs.
Okay. Now, your harmonies are just awesome. I love them. Do you have some influences? I asked that question earlier. Do you have any influences as far as gospel artists?
Well, like, we usually have people come to our churches and sing, like, One Pure Heart, the Down East Boys, so them are most of our influences when they first came.
All right. And I want the viewers to know that, as I said earlier, you're part of the North American Country Music Association. And what did you win recently?
Well, we both won New Gospel Duet of the Year for the youth
Yay.
category, and so we were excited about that.
Yes, and I can see why. I first heard these girls sing at Six Flags Over Georgia in Atlanta, and it was just magical. When I heard them singing, I just could not believe it, and I thought they've got to come to Nashville and sing for the viewers up there. You're going to sing another song now, but before we do, tell the viewers how to get in touch with you.
Well, we have a Facebook and we also have a MySpace. Like,
We also have a Reverb Nation and a YouTube. On Facebook, you can look us up as Kyleigh and Abby, or Kyleigh Hill and Abby Craven, and the same as MySpace goes. And then on YouTube, you can look it up under mine, called YouTube/Kyleigh D.
And you're going to have to come up with a group name because, you know, that's the thing now.
We're working on it, yeah.
That's right. You're working on it. And what are you going to sing next?
Testify.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy.
Somebody ought to testify. Whoa, somebody ought to testify. For God I'll live, for God I'll die. Somebody ought to testify. Somebody ought to testify. Whoa, somebody ought to testify. For God I'll live, for God I'll die. Somebody ought to testify. There were times in my life when I was down and in despair. I fell down on my knees and I called on God's prayer. Asking for His blessings, I named them one by one. Well, best of all, I thank you, Lord, for all you've done. Hey, somebody ought to testify. Whoa, somebody ought to testify. For God I'll live, for God I'll die. Somebody ought to testify. The Hebrew boys can testify how God took out the heat in the fiery fire. Come here, Daniel, what do you have to do? The lions take a him up on a hand today. Somebody ought to testify. Whoa, somebody ought to testify. For God I'll live, for God I'll die. Somebody ought to testify. Tell him it's goodness. Testify. Tell him it's goodness. Testify. Get a witness. Get up. Tell him it's goodness. Tell him it's goodness. Get up. Testify. Get up. 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 Somebody ought to testify. Whoa, somebody ought to testify. Hey, for God I'll live, for God I'll die. Somebody ought to testify. Somebody ought to testify. Whoa, somebody ought to testify. I said, for God I'll live, for God I'll die. For God I'll live, for God I'll die. For God I'll live, for God I'll die. Somebody ought to
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed this gospel music. I know that I have. There's just something about gospel music that makes you feel a little closer to God, and it just gives you a oomph for your day, makes you feel good, and it brings joy into your heart. So if you want to know more about Music City Gospel Review, go to the website at www.mcgospelreview.com. Send us an email. We want to hear from you. Thank you for tuning in. Watch us next week.